Alright, welcome back to the next session. It's actually the next week. We've all been anticipating the trip to the infamous warehouse on Candle Street. In the last episode, our heroes were interrogating their friends in the yawning portal, trying to get as much information as possible. And in this one, we've devised a plan of action, and they're going to be going to investigate the warehouse. So what do you guys have planned first?
Where's our fearless leader, Yin?
See, I knew talking too much was a problem.
You're not talking too much.
I vote Tim to be the leader.
I second the vote. Yay, Tim!
Tim will lead us to greatness!
Leave it to the squire to lead his master and friends.
Apparently. This is your test.
Wait, I thought I passed that.
No, that was
There's
just
another?
the introduction to the test. This is the real test.
Okay, so what's the plan?
I believe, as long as everyone is in agreement, the plan is for everyone to come close to what we believe to be the warehouse where Rainier is, and we are going to split up a little bit. Me and another volunteer, I'm hoping Linnaeus, will come with me to a rooftop, to a very protectable location.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other party is going to be in an area where they can act if they need to be, or kind of like watch lookouts if they, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and move everybody over to the town view. There we go. All right. Wow. Started me way off over there. So you guys are currently at the yawning portal, right?
Correct.
And you have to go back to Candle Lane.
So if Ren can get us basically to Book Street, I guess what we would want to do is, do we want to just split up right here and have me and Linnaeus just kind of look at the buildings to see which one is the closest, or do we want to walk around Candle Lane to see if we can see where the warehouse is?
Do you guys remember what they told you to look for is to identify the warehouse? The guy that you won the information from at the Skewered Dragon told you to look for something specific?
He did.
Yeah, he said there was a symbol of a snake above the door.
I don't remember.
Winged Snake?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how you know that it. Yeah, that's how you know that it's a Zentarum.
Watches all the buildings in that area have a winged snake on them.
Okay. So, so are y'all traveling down there together?
Well, I think if everyone's okay with it, we pretty much stopped at the corner of Book Street and Candle Lane.
Book Street and
Which-
Candle Lane.
Oh, right there.
Okay.
And I guess we go. Who wants to find the building first?
Well, as you guys come up to Candle Lane, gloom envelops the narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only one that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle. So the buildings are all like really tall, and this particular lane, all the street lamps have been busted out, but you can see a faint light in the distance. All right. So you guys come up to this alley. It's real dark and stinky. What do you guys do?
My first question is does anyone have a hard time seeing down this alley? I can see fine. I can see in the dark. No problem.
I can too.
Yeah, I should have dark vision. Or
Yeah, I think
low
tabaxis
light.
have dark vision.
Is it dark? Okay, because I was
I
looking at my thing and I couldn't see what it
think.
said. I was. Yeah, yep, dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay. So you're set. What about Locatus is a human, so we know he's screwed. Do you have a light source?
Light source. I have
No,
a torch.
I don't want you to have the torch out, though.
Yeah. I was gonna say we're trying to be sneaky here.
I
Does
can guide him if I need to.
Just put my hand on her shoulder.
just like walk between them.
Tim?
Yeah.
You were saying something?
does anyone know if the Aarakocra gains dark vision? Because
Never
it's
said.
it's not on Callie's character sheet.
Levi's looking it up.
No, the Aarakocra does not have dark vision. Depending on whether or not the building we land on is lighted, I might need someone who can see the area.
I'm gonna say it's not very dark out, but the way the buildings are situated, it's dark in the alley. It's gonna be hard to see. I'm gonna say it's
Okay.
not fully pitch black because it's not nighttime, but it's dark enough where it would be like low light.
Linnaeus, how strong do you think you are? Do you think you can carry someone?
If you need to, you can carry me, because I'm fairly.
Yeah, I can carry with someone. I have 15 strength.
Okay.
I think.
Well, if it's lighter on top of the rooftops, and you're willing, Locatos can come with us. You two can guard me while I'm pretty much dead, and everyone with dark vision can be down below in the alleys.
Works with me.
I'm good with it.
Yep.
Go!
Okay. So then, does someone want to go down Candle Lane, looking at the buildings, or do we want to just kind of go and fly on the rooftops and do it from there?
Well, if you want to send somebody, I do have dark vision and I have a +5 to stealth, so I could try if you want to send somebody.
I can also send my owl, but my owl, the way that the owl works is that I can send the owl to follow the road, and then come back and then report to me. Once it leaves 100 foot, though, I can't give it commands.
Does it disappear at that point, or
No, it can fly miles. It's just once it leaves 100 foot, my telepathy means that I can no longer give it commands.
Yeah, and 100 feet's not that far down that lane.
No, it's probably each building is probably 100 foot.
Yeah.
So I can give it specific orders saying, looking for creatures, and to tell me how many creatures are down the lane. But I don't know if I could say, hey, look for a snake and insignia, and have it then come back and tell me exactly where that is. I think that's a little bit above what it's capable of.
and I'm not
It's
sure
smart,
you
but
guys would
it's
be
not
able
that smart.
to.
Yeah, it's not that smart.
You guys probably won't be able to see the doorway from the rooftop either.
Yeah, that's correct. We'll just be able to see people in the lane.
I think it's a good idea to send Ethereal ahead for kind of like recon. see if she can find out where this place is, and then I don't know, kind of come back and tell us.
Okay, and Ethereal, do you think you need someone as backup with you, or do you feel comfortable doing it by yourself?
I can do it myself. I'm not going in anywhere, so I shouldn't draw too much attention. I don't think they would like immediately attack somebody just because they're nearby. As long as I'm not doing anything, I should be
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
I'm not going to enter any buildings. I'm just walking past.
Since Ren knows the way around places, if Ren would be up to it and Tem would be up to it, Ren and Tem could walk around to the Way of the Dragon Road at the end of Candle Lane, not going through Candle Lane, just going like around, and then wait for you on the other side.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, because I know he was a bit concerned because he is a noble.
Right,
he
but a
doesn't want to be
noble
going
would-
into sketchy areas.
Right, but a noble on the main path would be fine, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have to go down this way and come over here, up here.
Seems like that would take a lot longer.
Yeah.
And that's up to the party, whatever the party thinks.
I think I'll be okay to do a stealth, like, walk
Yeah.
past type of thing. Try not drawing attention to myself, just looking around.
Basically, if we see her running back to us, we can get ready.
And I can double my running speed to get away from anything if I need to, so
And
Yeah.
can't you climb up the side of the building too?
potentially, yeah.
Tabaxi's got good climbing skills, I think.
So this is the perfect environment for her.
Yeah, pretty much. So, okay, so are you walking down the lane then? And Yin and Linnaeus, are you flying above her at that point?
Yeah, who's going first? Are you getting onto the building first?
I think we're gonna wait here so that we know where the building is when you come back, so then we can fly to an adjacent building or that building. Is that okay with you, Linnaeus?
Linnaeus? Oh.
He says yes.
Okay. So
Okay,
so you start walking down the alleyway, and you get a few hundred feet in, and you see that the faint light that you saw was coming from a single street lamp, probably midway down, still a ways off from where you are. Do you keep walking towards it?
can I roll a stealth so that I try to go unnoticed?
Sure. Yeah, you're not bringing attention to yourself. You notice that as you get closer and closer to the street lamp, that the area gets brighter, and you notice that it's brighter than you think that it should be for a single candle. The whole area is kind of lit from the single lamp.
So I'm thinking magic.
It's a very good assumption.
Okay. Have I spotted the sigil or the emblem?
Have
of
you looked for it
snake
yet?
So I guess I need to do a perception.
Yep, or a search. All right. So you're in the alleyway. You see the you see the light
Lantern.
the lantern, and it looks abnormal to you. And then you're looking at the buildings. What are you doing?
I was looking for the sign
Okay.
to see if I could find the warehouse.
All right. Yeah, as you're coming up to it, you see a building that has like a yard out front with a tall fence. and behind the fence, you see a door with the winged snake symbol. It's a 2-story warehouse, so it's pretty tall. And you can see a loading dock door and then another door right there in front of it. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Nice.
Oh, and you got a +4. You see something moving out of the corner of your eye.
How close to me?
On the other side of the alley, against one of the buildings, kind of tucked in behind some other stuff. You see movement. That's all you see.
Can I kind of hide a little bit? Kind of try to shift away a little bit?
Sure. Try roll stealth. And
I am one with the shadows.
You just vanish.
Okay. Roll listen.
That would be perception again?
Is that the same one?
Yeah, because listen would be 3.5.
Yeah, I know. I'm just so roll another one. See if you hear anything.
Oh.
You can't hear. Yeah. You in the attempt of hiding, you're not really paying attention, and
She put earplugs in.
If I can't hear me, they can't hear me.
See them, they can't see me.
So yeah, you're not noticing anything, but then you do hear something, and it's right behind you.
And I reach out and touch her. Hey, what are you looking for?
So as you're hunkered down, you're trying to hide, you're looking in a single direction, and something steps out from behind you and touches you on the shoulder.
I know that it's Dad. She does not. Something in the dark has touched her. She is going to swing with a non-lethal fist.
I was half
because she's
expecting.
a monk, so she should be able to do a non-lethal.
I was half expecting one of those. You know how when you sneak up behind a cat and scare them, they do that jump.
See, if she wasn't a monk who was in control, probably would have happened. But that was my first instinct as well, just be like,
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
you're rolling an unarmed attack.
Yep. And it's gonna be a non-lethal because I should be able to specify that.
An 18.
Wow.
Does an 18 hit you? What's his AC?
What's your AC there, Mornu?
Mornu.
His AC is you're grounded.
It's
50.
15.
Just karate chop him in the neck and he's just down.
With 6 damage, that could take someone down.
Yeah, so you feel that pretty hard, and you stumble back, and what do you do at that point?
I say, wait, I'm just asking what you're looking for.
What business of yours? What I'm looking for? Move on.
No, I've got business here. I'm watching this building to find out what's going to happen.
Why are you watching it?
Well, I saw something happen earlier, and I'm waiting to see what's going to happen now.
And
Why
what
are
did you
you
see?
here?
What did you see?
Why are you here?
Don't make me hit you again.
Don't make me cut you.
Oh, that's how you want to play. She like grabs her chain knives.
This is going to turn into a street brawl.
Oh boy.
So much for going in stealthy, guys.
For real.
Here's war bagpipes.
I would like to know if I can do a perception check with my owl, who has advantage on all hearing and sight checks.
How far is the owl away from where she's at?
Wherever I'm at.
And where are you at? She's halfway down the alley by this point.
I think that's gonna be right at the edge of your control.
Yeah, if not, it's definitely out of it. If it's not
she-
right.
Okay, yeah. If she's no longer in the
Yeah, she's roughly
part
where
where
the
it goes from us to the sea, then we probably can't hear it.
she's about where that yellow box is by now.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just look at him and say that I'm doing surveillance, the same as you.
Okay. Then maybe some info I have would be helpful to you.
Speak.
What do you have?
Well, earlier in the night, earlier, a couple days ago, I watched 5 guys capture 2 guys fairly decently dressed and red-headed, and they attacked them and brought them here to this warehouse.
Come with me. I'm gonna like start stealthing back toward the other party.
Okay, so she grabs you by the arm and impatiently says, "Come on, let's go." And she's moving faster than you have time to react, and starts pulling you down the alleyway. What do you do? Don't forget you have push to talk.
I pull away and I hide. I do a stealth, hide in the shadows, and follow her.
Let me have a strength check on both of you to see who pulls.
Who pulls who?
Yep.
Who wins the tug of war?
Yeah, there's a strength save and ethereal. Oh yeah, so he's able to pull. He's able to pull out of your grasp. Do you want to say something to him?
No, I'll just go shh, follow, and like
Okay.
and continue down.
I'll whisper and say, "I'm following you. Lead on."
Okay. So after a period of 5 minutes or so, you guys seem to be hustling pretty quick now. You meet back up with the rest of the party.
Okay, so I found this stranger who has some interesting information.
Didn't
I
your
also
parents tell you not to talk with strangers?
no, because they're dead. Moving on.
Nice.
That escalated quickly.
No, not you, Dad. Dear Lord.
I was wondering how that was going to be taken.
In game.
I knew what you meant.
Okay. So I found the building. It's about halfway down the street. It has a strange light out front that seems to be magic because it's much brighter than a single candle should be. And then I met this person who has some information that I think would be useful. Go on, strange tall person. Go on.
Strange tall person.
So now that the party can see you, go ahead and describe yourself. What are you, and what do you look like?
Well, I'm a
What's your character?
I am a high elf, and I
How would you say you're
I'm about
dressed? Are you in like
I'm pale skinned. I'm in a hooded cloak. I've about 125 pounds.
okay?
I'm 105 years old.
So you're still pretty young as far as elves are concerned.
As far as elves are concerned, I'm just barely an adult.
Okay.
You're only as old as how you feel.
Some days I feel old.
All right. So okay, you meet back up with the party, and you see a really short noble, a half orc bard, a bird lady, a cat lady, a tiefling, and a human. The cat lady is the
Thanks.
one that drug you
And
down.
a human.
This is an odd mix of companions.
We just all happened to be here in the middle of the alley, passing by at the same time.
Well, a couple of days ago, I saw 5 guys attack and drag away 2 guys that were dressed pretty fancy and with red hair, and they drug them down here and took them into this warehouse. And I happened to see that one of them had a tattoo of a snake with wings. I don't know what that really means, but I also earlier on, but not quite that far back, I saw another group of people go into that warehouse, but they didn't have the same tattoo. They had one of an eyeball. Anybody got any clue of what these guys are doing?
The
No,
guys.
no, we have no clue.
The guys with the eyeball tattoo just kind of walked in. They weren't carried in or dragged in.
No, they just kind of wandered in.
Did they leave?
I'm not sure. I kind of walked away a little bit after they went in to kind of explore the area so I knew what was going on around me. So
Okay. Well, are we ready for our surveillance then? Since we have officially located the building, we know that they're in there. Are we ready to send in something to try and locate him within the building?
send in something.
That was out of game.
Yeah. We'll say that was out of game.
End game, I'm going to go over to Ren and whisper in his ear that the plan might have changed. They might be fighting, or everyone already dead inside the warehouse. It could be a bloodbath in there. You know the guards more than we do. Do you think this is something that we should report and just walk away?
Could it get pinned on us?
Well, I know there's 2 doors to the place.
Well, I
and
was
a doctor.
whispering to
So-
Ren, so only me and Ren would know what we said.
Right.
It might be best to see what would happen, like we were going to do. But anything after that is very, very tedious because it could be pinned on us then. Because death. And murdering is very, very, very hard to deal with.
Right. And since nobody's going to be entering other than the spider, then we shouldn't be able to get pinned if there are already people dead in there because we're not actually going in, so we can't be caught with like dead bodies.
But we have to have a reason as to why we're out.
What's out here? I'll say I'm shopping.
Typical woman woman response. I'm shopping.
We're just shopping. Where all the
You gotta
warehouses
find
are.
me first.
I am escorting them throughout the city.
Tourists.
Me and Linnaeus can say that we're exotic guests of the wealthy Wren.
So are you all going down
Puffs
to
out
the
of
warehouse?
others.
Okay, then same plan as last time then.
I would say nothing has changed.
Okay, you're gonna tell us how many buildings down it is until the building we need to go to, right?
Yeah, I'll give them as detailed of a description as I can, and tell them where the building is so that they can decide where he would like to position himself for the infiltration.
So are you all going to the warehouse then, and everybody else will wait outside?
Yes.
How far away do you guys want to wait?
I want to be in the alley no more than 100 feet away.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Mornu could see the door, right? Why don't we just kind of try and hide where he was hiding?
Where he scared me?
Yeah. I mean, he seemed to be staking the place out pretty good right there.
Mm-hmm. That was...
Is that a big enough spot for 4 people?
That's true.
I could always climb up on top of one of the adjacent buildings myself as well. If I need to.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... If everybody is going to go to the vicinity, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other map then.
Okay.
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 I'm good with it.
How are me and Linnaeus? Are we just going on top of the roof then?
Alright, so you should be able to see the outside of the building now. You see the outside wall and the fence. This is a high fence with a gate. And then from the alley, you should be able to see that there's 2 doors and a big loading dock door. And you can see on one of the sides there's a window, but it's been painted over. You guys should be able to drag your tokens onto the screen. If not, I can move it on.
Yeah, where are we positioned at?
Where are you going? Probably off over here somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is where?
You go up to the newspaper. You click on the word that is your name. You drag your name onto the board, and then your token should appear.
Yeah, where's mine?
Hers is
Nope.
a little different. Alright, I can move yours over. Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Switch. There we go. And copy. Alright, who... Here, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, mine's not populated. Oh, wait. Yeah, mine's not popping up over there. Oh, there it is. Well, I can't move him. He's off the map.
Oh, again?
There's 2 Tims.
There you go.
Oh God, the eyes, they've already started.
You just play a duet of bagpipes with yourself.
Just a bagpipe duel.
Alright, is everybody on there now?
A stealthy bagpipe duel.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Okay. Well,
What are you guys doing?
If Linnaeus is ready, me and Linnaeus are gonna take Lycoidos and go to this top of the building. And before we land, we want to make sure that no one's on top of the building. It's like it's the normal roof. There's no doors that we need to watch out or anything like that.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Are you gonna? Is she gonna pick me up like by the side so I can Superman this thing?
She's gonna use her talons. She's gonna grab you by the ears.
Alright, what you doing, Linnaeus? How you carrying him?
Do you need me? Do you need me to repeat what I said?
Yeah, you're carrying. Who are you carrying?
Locados.
Okay.
Locados.
Okay. So how does the roof look? Is it like a shingled roof type of thing, or is it like flat?
I would say that it's a 2-story warehouse, so it's probably got a slanted roof, but it's pretty flat, but at an angle.
Okay. And there's no doors or anything like that. There's no hatches or anything.
Nope, no doors or anything. The only doors that you see are on the front yard.
Any people?
I did a. I'll reveal the outside.
Okay.
Walls.
So as long as we don't see anyone, we're gonna land on the roof as quietly and as softly as possible.
All right. As you land, I want you to roll me a stealth check.
This is not gonna be good.
Linnaeus, you can do it.
Stealth?
Okay, so as you go up top, you let go of Lycados a little higher than you meant to, and he lands with a thud.
Wait, Linnaeus hasn't rolled.
Well, okay, but
Oh jeez.
Oh no!
and when you land,
Drops them both.
you make a really loud like clicking noise on the top. Everybody down below can hear movement from inside the warehouse. Sounds like somebody's quickly moving and knocks over a box.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This is gonna be the best part. So I'm gonna have my owl do a quick search around the perimeter of the roof, like the roof lining, to see if there's an open spot for something as big as a spider to crawl through.
Say that again.
He's checking the perimeter of the building for a opening, so his spider can get inside.
Right. So with my owl, I'm having him quietly fly around the area.
So
to
he's
look for,
he's
an
flying
open-
around the perimeter of the building.
Right, where the roof meets the walls to see if there's like a hole or any way to get in without going through the door.
I'm gonna say that it looks pretty tight all the way around. You can see that they've taken care to not leave any holes where you can see in, but you can see on the front door over here. There's like a slot, a big like slot that you can like move to the side, and you can see in when you look through that.
Is the slot open?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, like there's a speakeasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that.
Yeah, there's like a thing where you can like pull it to the side and you can see through, and it's a pretty good size. So anybody would be able to get a good view in from that slot.
Okay. So I'm gonna have my owl land at the base of the perimeter now, and I'm gonna have him look for mouse holes or any kind of openings on the base of the perimeter of the building.
Okay. Roll a search.
Did Just the visual of this owl just walking around with its little feet, looking for these little holes and all like that.
You seen that video of the parrot walking across the floor? Just thump, 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 thump.
One.
The better one is a 7 because he has advantage on the all rolls for sight or hearing. So
Okay.
he's gonna take the 7.
You can see a few boards that are loose, but they don't seem like there's enough space to really fit anything through.
We're gonna have to go through the front door.
Okay.
Really putting holes in our surveillance plan there, DM.
He rolled.
Or lack of holes, really.
Just go there and move that little thing over.
Does it open from the
Okay.
outside? Usually
Yeah,
it's open from the
usually
inside.
they only open from the inside.
Yeah. Let's go take a look.
Gonna go
Okay.
knock on the door.
I could go try and open
Okay,
it.
hold on. We have to think through this through. They gotta look outside somehow, without
Yeah.
actually opening the door. There has to be some way they look outside.
The slot.
Probably the upper windows. It's 2 stories.
Okay, yeah. Are there
I'm
windows
gonna-
on the second story?
Sure. There's there's a window up there. Let me see if I can reveal that part. It would be on over here on this side. There's looks like a couple windows.
Okay. So I'm gonna have my owl slowly fly by the windows to see if any of them are open.
Slowly.
Slowly, like an owl's not gonna speed by. I'm gonna have like a normal owl's flight.
Okay.
Go by
Can
the
you
window.
imagine just seeing an owl like circling your house like in the middle of the day, just like what is happening? An owl with a top hat, nonetheless.
I would make sure to take the top
And then
hat
it just
off
starts
right now.
walking around the base.
Give me a roll for just a regular roll to see if one of them is open. If you get above a let's see, what'd you get? 11?
11.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get above a 10, then one's open, but yeah. So okay, so one of them is kind of cracked. It has a cracked window pane.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Blathers come back up on top of the roof, and I'm gonna get the 10 gold worth of charcoal, and so this is gonna be funny. For an hour, this is how long it takes. An hour. Oh my goodness. I put the charcoal around my owl, and then the owl turns into this black goop, and like turns into a puddle, and then the puddle forms back up into a.
So we're sitting on this rooftop for an hour while you do this.
It took an hour to turn your bird into a pile of goop.
The casting time I thought was just 10 minutes because it's ritual. No, it's an hour. And then my 10 gold of charcoal is gone.
And then while he's doing that, me and Linnaeus are just kind of playing cards.
Yeah,
Well, at least they would kind of give the people inside a time to calm down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They would calm down.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
when to go fish.
So yeah, if anybody were hiding inside, they're now calm.
Okay. So my spider is going to walk over to the edge of the roof, and I'm going to quietly say to Linnaeus and Locatos, "Okay, I'm going to be out of it." And so I do the cross-legged thing as much as possible while staying on the roof, and my eyes go completely black. And then any kind of like hand waving in front of the eyes or like taps on the shoulder, nothing, no response.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take I'm gonna take my spider, whose name is Blathers, and he's going to crawl down into the window that was cracked and open, and he's going to crawl through.
I drew an X on that one.
Okay, yeah, the top right one. Okay.
Yep. So he enters the room.
Yes,
Right?
he enters the room.
Okay. Let me click on the right thing.
And I think while he's sitting up there, me and Linnaeus just kind of draw on his face and stuff.
No, I want to be alert and, like, paying attention
All
to
right.
see,
So
make sure no one comes out or anything.
you go into the room and you notice that this is a small office, but it doesn't look like it's been used in quite a long time.
Is that my familiar right there?
No, that's a little rat. He's kind of wandering around on the floor. It's just a harmless little rat. It's not even an enemy. It's just a rat. But you could probably use it as your familiar. Or let me. Oh yeah, there you got him. Okay.
Okay. So I don't see anybody in the room.
Nope. You see desks and chairs and bare shelves covered in dust and draped with cobwebs.
Okay. How do I see 2 doors then?
Yes, there's 2 doors.
Okay. So my body on top of the roof goes. Okay. I'm in a room. No people. 2 doors.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the first door on the left.
Okay.
And see if there's a crack above the door for me to crawl through.
I'd say there's a pretty good crack below the door. You know.
Okay.
Right.
So below the door, so I'm gonna crawl down on the door. I'm gonna stop halfway, and I'm gonna look at where the mouse is. He's not moved. He's not come towards the door or anything.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the bottom of the floor, keeping one of my 8 eyes on the mouse, and I'm gonna crawl under the door and look through that where the door is to the other. Not go into the room, just look into it.
Look into it. Okay, so let's see. How do I clear that like that? That would be polygon reveal. Right. Yeah. Maybe. There we go.
I have a question real quick. So this owl just turned into a spider. How big is this spider?
It is a tiny creature.
Right.
The mass is like gone. You don't know where the mass went, but of course you don't see it. But yeah, so it went from like an owl down to an itty bitty spider.
Okay, since you're
Okay then.
not in the room yet and you're just under the door, you can see a little bit into the room. And
Okay, I don't see anyone standing right on the other side of the door.
No. But
Okay,
you do see another rat.
okay. I'm going to crawl out and up the door to the ceiling.
Okay. All right, you can see that this is another office similar to the one you were just in. And above the doors, you can see a little silver warning bell.
Okay. And then I see 2 rats in this room, and I see 2 more doors.
Yes.
Okay, so my body is gonna say, okay, I went in the first room. There is a door on the left wall and a door on the southern wall. I went through the door on the left, which is the west. I went to the door on the west. That room is slightly bigger. It looks to have 2 more doors.
Okay.
And I'm doing this so they can get like some sort of a rough draft of a map, or something. If they have anything. I don't know if they have anything. I didn't ask. Didn't plan that out.
You're on the second story also, so these are all rooms on the second floor.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to have him, the spider, crawl across the top of the room,
Okay.
and to the other doors.
Okay.
Do Do the rats move?
You're going across the ceiling.
Right.
I'm gonna say they don't see you.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, that alarm bell that was on top of the doors.
Yes, it's above the doors.
Okay. It's not rat sized, right?
No. It looks like they're tied to something else. There's a cable that goes like through the wall from the bell.
Okay. So I'm going to crawl down the northern door halfway
Okay.
and stop and make sure those rats don't see me or don't move towards me.
Roll a perception.
Uh-oh. Whenever the DM says roll perception, it could go either way, but most
be
of the time
nothing.
it's bad.
17. I'd say the rats don't see you.
Okay. So I'm gonna crawl under the door again, and I'm
Okay.
gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna go into the room yet. I'm just gonna look.
On the north one?
Yes, the north one.
Okay. You can see bookshelves. Like this is a storage room for documents.
Okay. I'm going to creep out of the door a little bit so I can see, basically if there's anybody in the room.
Okay, so you want to get a better view, so you're gonna step out a little bit.
Yeah.
As you do, go ahead and roll a perception check. And a stealth check. So you see that there's another mouse in the room.
Oh, rats.
Yeah, they're all over in the office there. Stealth. Okay, so the mouse sees you, but he doesn't seem to be too interested in you.
Okay. I'm gonna have my spider act like a spider and just kind of like, start making a small cobweb on the bottom of the door, and then slowly leave the room and go back to the other room with the two rats.
Okay.
Definitely not metagaming at all.
Why are you so scared and cautious of rats?
Well, remember,
Out of game, my familiar can be a rat. So I look at creatures like all creatures have a tether to someone who's smarter than them.
Okay.
Okay, so
plus
I'm going
rats can
to
eat spiders.
and rats can eat spiders. I'm going to go to the middle room again. I'm going to
Okay.
go to the southern door.
Well,
I'm
out of game a little bit. Considering that the description says there's cobwebs all over all this stuff, I'm going to say the rats aren't too interested in a spider.
Okay. I still make the mark of the cobweb, but I put Yin was here.
Okay, so you're going to the other door?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other door.
All right. And you're going to do the same thing like you did on the top?
Correct.
Snake in?
First, I'm gonna look through the door first, make sure there's no one right at the door.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you see the exact same thing as the other one, just another office.
Okay. So now I'm going to go back up to the middle room. Gonna go back to the top of the ceiling, crawl around, and go back to the very first starter room.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the southern door and do the same exact thing.
Okay.
I should be moving my familiar the whole time.
Yeah. All right. From here, you'll be able to see a little bit more. Like that. All right. So you can see that there's a balcony outside and a hole that seems to lead to the south and to the west.
Okay. I'm gonna have him crawl outside the door and up to the ceiling.
Okay. From the ceiling, I'm going to reveal, let's see, a little more. You'll be able to see pretty much the second floor. Seems to be pretty empty.
Okay. I'm gonna have him pace around the whole top floor basically to make sure there's no one there. I'm not like seeing people.
There's nobody on the top floor.
Okay. Do I see like a staircase then?
You do. There's a staircase here. And it would be there.
Okay. And I'm assuming that this room is like open, as in the staircase isn't walled in or anything like that. Like I have to get on the ground and climb down the staircase to go downstairs.
Correct. These squares here on like let's see if we click. I'm not on the right thing, but
the dark area next to the stairs.
Yeah, those are pillars like holding up the balcony. It's like a balcony, a railed balcony that goes all the way around the second floor, and the whole center there that's still black is open to the bottom.
Okay, so I'm gonna go across the ceiling to where the open area is, and I'm going to spin a web so I can like do the whole the spy coming down the.
Okay, so you go up towards the middle of the room,
right?
And as you start to make the web, the DM says this is time for our first break, and you'll find out what's down there when we come back.
Okay.
I hate cliffhangers.
This whole time, my body